Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast for a Tuesday. A very Tuesday to you, Luce.
Very Tuesday to you, mate.
And a very Tuesday to Corporate Casey.
Yes.
Corporate
Happy
Casey in a power suit.
Yes, thought I'd mix it up from a Thursday, popped it on Tuesday.
Yep.
Also, I'm wearing tailored Adidas pants. So they're not, there's Adidas, but they're tailored suit pants.
Professional.
Isn't that funny?
They're so cool.
They're very cool, aren't
Yeah,
they?
it's giving profesh, but cool.
Thank you.
Like I'm not like corporate 9 to 5 over here in the corner, but I will still do your admin type of, and I'm cool at the same time.
That's right, I'm cool.
I'm creative admin.
I don't like the shirt I'm wearing. It was a mistake. I'm going to take it off when I get home and get rid of it.
This is all fascinating.
Okay.
It's time to move forward into the podcast where Lucy is a little bit distracted at the moment, and that is because tomorrow the documentary for Kylie drops on Netflix.
5 p.m. Can't wait.
So,
3 parts.
Lucy will be uncontactable for... How
Don't
long
ring
do you
me.
think a documentary about Kylie goes for?
I don't know. I wonder if it's like an hour doco in the 3 parts, maybe 3 hours. I don't know.
Very
Hope
happy
so.
for you. Like, as your husband, I'm genuinely happy that you've got something exciting to enjoy.
Oh, it'll be lovely to see it. She's an amazing woman. She's gone through a lot, and I love that she's opening up in a way she never has before. And I've spent 25 years of my life impersonating her full-time around the world. And so I do have a vested interest in this woman, and she's extraordinary. She's an extraordinary role for me to play. I enjoy playing the role of Kylie on stage. She's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. You've had a lot of fun over the years, and you got the big green tick of approval from the Minogue family. So
Kylie called me the best one in the world, which was the nicest thing she's ever said.
It's amazing.
So that's very kind of her.
something, I'm sure we'll learn lots of things about Kylie in the documentary. If Lucy was having a documentary of her life, there's one thing that has been revealed to Casey earlier this morning that I'd like to investigate, because I don't know if this particular thing about Lucy would make a documentary about Lucy. I have known this for a while, and Casey just found out about it earlier today, and that is that you have a hidden talent that kind of freaked Casey out. The hidden talent, and you may know this because we have talked about this on the show in, the past, but we don't talk about it very often. The hidden talent that Lucy has is her capability of not necessarily using her hands to pick things up off of the floor. Now, I only heard half a conversation in the hallway here this morning, but what I did hear was Casey finding out in real time that you can pick stuff up with your feet, and not only that, you do it quite a bit.
She watched me as I put a door jamb in the door just using my toes, and she went, "Are you using your feet?" And I said, "Yeah, I can do anything with my feet." Then I walked over and I threw stuff on her desk on the floor and picked it all up between my toes, which she didn't like.
She picked up a straw that people drink out of and a wig that people put on their head.
With my
Now,
toes.
can I say before we get... Clearly, Casey has some feelings about this.
Yeah.
But I want to say, as your husband, you've got amazing feet.
Thank you, I do. I was a foot model.
But also, I think
Stop
I
flirting.
can relate to people finding out about the fact that you don't use your hands to pick stuff
I
up.
can't be bothered. Why would I bend down when my toes are so nimble?
Oh my gosh.
That's what they call
her
it.
toes were
Nimble toes.
fingers.
Nimble toes.
Yeah, my toes are like fingers.
They're literally fingers. The way she maneuvered the door stopper, I was like, "Bleh."
If you actually Google people who pick stuff up with their feet, one of the things is they say they have extra long toes. So,
I do. But look, there's a pen on the ground. Watch this.
it's too easy. I think the problem is
There you
it's
go,
Gross.
Casey.
No!
Oh,
she got the foot on the table. The foot's on the
She's
table.
actually handing Casey a pen with her foot.
gosh.
Would you like to shake hands?
Under this.
You
Wait.
should-
Wait. This. I wish we had cameras on this. This is hilarious. Now you tell.
Oh my.
She's now...
Nah.
She's without even thinking, she's picked up a balloon. She's picked up a balloon from the little balloon
I don't
end.
want to touch that thing.
Why don't you?
Someone else is
hang
gonna
on.
touch
Why
it.
don't you just make it all
Get a
official and
disease.
just shake hands or feet, as it were? You should just shake.
I'm not. I
Just-
could not. I could not. I actually was thinking maybe I should take my shoe off and we can intertwine
Intertwine our toes.
as like a handshake of
So-
Look at this. Someone's
sisterhood.
left a little bag under the counter.
Yeah,
Watch this.
down she goes.
Oh no,
It's
that's
so easy.
someone's bag. That's
It's so
someone
easy.
else's bag.
Look how easy
Babe.
it is. Look how easy it is. She doesn't even think about it.
No, don't think that.
should
What
say
I'm
gloves.
getting though, what I'm getting is that you love
I can
Lucy.
get stuff off the table too. It doesn't not just off the floor. Like if you move that mug
No,
for a second,
I
just
don't.
move the mug.
Again,
Can you shake
don't need-
hands with Cal?
Don't
Look,
put
there's
your
a
feet over
notepad
here.
over here. Look at
and
this.
boom, just grabbed it.
Oh, that's not normal.
So I think you've proven that you can
So
basically pick up anything with your feet. But what I am getting
love
from
it.
Casey is, and I don't want to, this is nothing against you, my love.
Don't shame me, guys.
I
No,
just
it's
think, I
amazing.
just think it's amazing, but I do get that
As you
Casey,
scream no.
Yeah, I think Casey gets a bit of the ick. Is there a
Yeah.
bit of the ick?
yeah. It's just foot. Like think of the word foot. How ugly is that word? And then the thing. It's just yuck.
Again, your feet are amazing. Don't worry about it.
Your feet are amazing.
I was a foot model.
No, amazing.
I was paid in shoes.
Let's be honest.
It's just a foot shouldn't be doing that, so it's gross.
Yes, it should. Why shouldn't it? Why can a hand do it but a foot not? What's the?
I'm inclusive.
I think
Who made the
exactly.
rules?
They
say be the hands and feet of Jesus, not just be the hands, not the feet because they're gross. No.
I think Casey is exactly right. It's unusual to be handed something with a foot.
We'll get used to it.
Because it's called getting handed.
Getting footed is the new phrase.
The Lucy and Kel Podcast.
Celebrate and recognise today as International Hairdresser Mental Health Awareness Day. Today, everybody. It's International Hairdresser Mental Health Awareness Day. Now, let that sink in. Because we all have been there, haven't we? Except not me for many years because of the state of my hair. But you go to a hairdresser, more often than not, they're the same person you've been going to for years.
But see, you don't even really understand, no offence, but as a man, even when you had hair, you wouldn't have done what we women do to our hairdressers.
Well, what International Hairdresser Mental Health Awareness Day is exactly that. The understanding that most hairdressers take on all of their clients' trauma every hour of the day, every day of their working life, because you sit there and all you do is talk about what you're worried about, the bills you haven't paid.
No, that's not it. You don't even know, my friend, because you're a man. You don't even know.
I'm just reading off the list.
I know. You don't even know. Do you know who knows my deepest, darkest, traumatic secrets?
Your hairdresser.
My hairdresser and my mum.
But mostly your hairdresser.
And God, but mostly my hairdresser.
Now she has to take...
It's not I'm worried about bills. It's like it's the juiciest stuff you've ever told anyone. And sometimes she sits there and she tells you juicy stuff about other people.
Why are your eyes lining up like that? That's weird.
And sometimes if you know the same circle of people, oh my gosh. But I've gone through some dark times in my life. My hairdresser, I swear, because I get my roots done every 4 weeks, so she has carried me through my life.
You know what we like to call that? Trauma dumping.
Yeah.
So their whole life is trauma dumping. Every single person they have... And every single person, how often do you have a hair? You go to the hairdressers.
Literally just said it in the last sentence, every 4 weeks.
So every 4 weeks, people come to the same hairdresser who they consider to be very close with, and they just go from bang. They start from where they left off 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they just dump. And it's the hairdresser's job to go, I understand, babes. You're so right.
He is a jerk.
You absolutely are in the right there.
Your husband never listens to you on radio.
Yeah.
Oh,
So all of that. No, I listened to that bit.
oh, did you?
Yeah, but you've told everybody that. So that's not like it's a secret that you've just kept for the hairdresser. You literally stop people on the street and tell them that I don't listen to you on the radio. Don't you feel sorry for hairdressers?
No.
Don't you feel sorry for your hairdresser?
Yes, I do, actually, to be completely honest.
Does she get to dump on you?
Yeah, I ask her about her life.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
at
I know
least-
all about her life. But that's different. My hairdresser is also a girlfriend. So I do know about her life too. But I don't think she'd tell all her clients about her life. But sometimes I do feel like we all dump on our hairdressers.
But on International Hairdresser Mental Health Awareness Day, I don't feel like you care. It sounds like it's part of their
No,
job.
but can I say, my hairdresser is the world's best hairdresser, but she's about to go have her first baby, which is wonderful for her. But
How
terrible
inconvenient
for
for
me.
you.
But I'll say this. She's very heavily pregnant. She's nearing the end and she's exhausted, the poor thing. I don't even know how she's still on her feet. But she did send a mass email out to all her clientele that day, which I thought was wonderful and so wise, where she just said, I am so tired that I'm not going to be talking much. And so if you could just bring a book or a magazine. And I thought, that's great. She's pretty much saying, don't trauma dump on me. I got nothing. I'm making a human in my tummy. And so I thought that was very wise of her.
Very wise of her. And do you know what all the clientele, including yourself, are going to do while she's away? Like, how will you even cope?
I cannot even think
Who
about
will
it.
tell you deepest,
No,
darkest
she's got an
secrets to?
apprentice. She's got an apprentice. But I don't think I'll tell my secrets to the
I
apprentice.
feel like you're telling Casey a lot of secrets. Is Casey your new hairdresser? Yes. Let's cross to producer Casey right now. Casey, as you adjust the microphone and get ready because I've ambushed you, do you have a hairdresser, like the one that you go to?
Yes, a family one, since I was a baby.
So is it a
so
family...
that's why your hair looks like that.
No. I'm so sorry, Casey. Casey, I apologise.
That's fine.
Is it a family member or is it just a family hairdresser?
We've gone to her for forever, like my mum did when she was younger.
So she basically knows everything about the family
Yes, everything.
Oh, so that explains your bum.
now. All right, I'm going to fade you down
Never
again,
mind.
Casey, because you don't need to sit through this sort of abuse. 0428 899 1300 777 899. How close are you to your hairdresser?
My hairdresser was at our wedding.
And do you feel sorry for them? For the amount of stuff you just dump on them?
I do. They're poor things.
Because they get their own mental health awareness day because of all your issues, people.
Juliet goes, morning, love my hairdresser. I've had the same one for about 7 to 8 years, but she's just finished up as she's due to have her first baby too. We have the best talks. She goes, but it's not always all about me.
Good. If you are very close friends with your hairdresser, hopefully it's a two-way conversation.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully they feel like they can share as well.
I know all about my hairdresser's life.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's all we need to know.
Okay. We've gone through a lot.
Full stop.
We've gone through a lot together. We've gone through a lot
I know
together.
everything about her. Full stop. Not going to say anything now.
Brian in Pentry Gully goes, I've had the same barber for 5 years. I thought his name was Jason for years, but about a year ago I heard his colleague call him Justin. And I said, your name's Justin? Why have you never told me? And he never did. He just let him call him Jason for 5 years.
I love that you have two ends of the spectrum. Women sharing their deepest, darkest, most intimate thoughts.
Yeah.
And two guys that have occupied the same space for 5 years. They don't even know each other's names.
Exactly.
That is men and women.
Well, you know how I said that accent I was doing earlier was from the West?
Yes.
Well, Nick has texted in.
Right.
And this is Nick. Lucy, I'm from the West, bro. My hairdresser and I talk about heaps of stuff and things. It's the other way around, though. I know his life story. It's the most full-on half hour of my month. He has a lot going on.
Are they from the Mediterranean? Are
Yeah,
they
I
from
don't know.
Cyprus?
Nick,
Where are they from?
That's just how they talk.
Okay.
I don't make the rules. Nick, what's going on in your hairdresser's life?
No.
What's the goss, Nick?
No. Are you also having conversations out loud with other people next to you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you don't even look at the person next to you.
But they can hear everything.
Oh,
can't they?
but you talk, well, no, because you talk under your breath. And also there's hair dryers involved, which block out a lot of noise. You've got to be careful. I've got to be careful because I have spoken about my hairdresser so much. So many light listeners go there now. So sometimes when I sit down, someone will go, hi. And then I'm like, I best not tell my deepest, darkest secrets when there are people around me who know me.
Producer Casey, are you slightly concerned about the things you've told Lucy now that they might get out at the hairdressers?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I won't tell the hairdresser.
Oh, okay. But you tell everybody on the radio.
No.
Or in our podcast coming up later on this afternoon.
Jody's on the phone, listener of the year 2025, reigning champion. Hello, Jody.
Good morning.
Do you love your hairdresser, Jody?
How
Is she your
close are you?
bestie?
I adore my hairdresser, but my 14-year-old daughter loves her even more.
Oh.
So we've been going there for a few years, and I'm now not even allowed to go in. I have to drop my daughter off
What?
when she goes for her appointment because that's her one-on-one time with our beautiful hairdresser. And I thought, oh, she loves her so much, you know. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if, you know, because our hairdresser is engaged to a man overseas. And so I thought it would be hilarious to tell her that our hairdresser's moving overseas to live with her fiancé, thinking she'll go, no, now we have to move overseas. And we would laugh and laugh and laugh. No, told her that, and she burst into tears.
Oh, dear.
And she was like, who am I going to talk to? She's my safe person.
Jody, is there, I don't know how it works. I know how it works with doctors. There's doctor-patient
Confidentiality,
privacy
yeah.
and privilege.
Oh, there's no-
Is there any of that sort of stuff with the hairdresser, or are you making a phone call to the hairdresser to find out what's going on in your daughter's life?
I think hairdressers have like an even higher standard of confidentiality because
Right.
they hold the most treasured secrets.
I
It's a
don't
bit
know
like
about
confessional in the Catholic Church.
Also, talking about your hairdresser's husband overseas, what's all that about? Tell
No,
me.
stop it. Don't, Jody. Keep it for your own hairdresser. Keep your own hairdresser's business to your own hairdresser. Thank you very much, everybody.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
Going to paraphrase a little bit because this news has been in the news for the last 24 to 48 hours. But did you see the two jets, everybody? Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, not everyone. So explain it for people who didn't see it.
There was an air show in America, and two, I'm going to say, I don't know the details, but because I like planes, just by the look of them, they look like F-18 Hornets or maybe Super Hornets. We're doing an aerial display at an American air show, and we all love an aerial display, and we love the planes flying very close together. But these two planes tried to fly as one. If you've seen the footage, the two aircraft collide mid-air and then become intertwined as they are breaking apart,
Horrifying.
spinning in the air, plummeting towards the earth as the noses pitch down together in unison. It's something out of Top Gun Maverick.
But it's horrifying.
It looks like it, though.
as the aircraft start to pitch down towards planet Earth, all 4 pilots eject out of that mess of metal and fire and, by all reports, have survived, which is extraordinary. When you see the footage, it is like the first question we would ask ourselves is that AI? Because it looks unreal. To look at it, it looks like something that's impossible. It's hard enough to eject out of a military aircraft at the best of times. It puts such stress on the person ejecting out of that plane at such high speeds.
Oh, my gosh.
The fact that all 4 of them did it whilst 2 planes were smashed together, plummeting to the ground on fire, is an absolute miracle.
Wild.
The engineering involved to save those pilots' lives, the maths involved, and the sheer just grace of God that those pilots got out of what they were involved in. Now, of course, we don't like seeing that sort of stuff, but it does open up so many questions about life.
Oh, my God. You'd never look at life the same way.
How precious life is, how short it can be, and how you never know. And it's almost the statement, you just never know.
Well, I think when people have a near-death experience, it changes everything for them. You'd look at life in a completely different way. You'd never be able to go back to how it was before because you see how short and precious it was and what could have been.
I have no doubt that those pilots are highly professionally trained and expect the unexpected and would understand that every time they go up in a plane like that, they're risking their lives to a certain extent. But I'm sure now, this very morning, as they wake up, they would be looking at life a little differently.
I would like to open the phone lines on this morning because I think when you go through something that's almost like a near miss, a near death experience, it does make you reevaluate your whole life. I think a lot of people have experiences like this, and if you don't, maybe that's a good thing, although sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing to have a moment that makes you reevaluate.
You're not encouraging it.
I'm not encouraging it.
But
did you have a near death or a near miss?
I've, in the building trade, there are a lot of opportunities to have a near miss. I've been mildly electrocuted. But it wasn't a near-death experience.
Were you thrown somewhere?
No, my back of my hand touched a live wire. And I can tell you right now, that's enough. I don't need to be electrocuted any more than that.
Explains the baldness.
It explains the hair.
Explains the
and
hair.
the look of surprise on my face everywhere
Yes.
I go. My dad's been electrocuted a couple of times and thrown. He's been thrown.
That's terrible.
But the biggest thing for my dad, because every tradie that has enough time on the job will have a story. And my dad's story is he was working at the brewery. So it's a 2-story ladder. He's climbing up a 2-story ladder. This is in the olden days, by the way. This is back in the 80s. Climbing up a 2-story ladder with a bucket of cement.
Yes.
So one hand up the ladder, gets to the top of the ladder. As he puts his hand on the top rail of the ladder, it comes out in his hand. And he looks at it, and then he falls backwards.
No.
And he falls backwards off a 2-story ladder, and he lands in the middle of 2 piles of bricks. So there's a big pile of bricks one side, big pile of bricks the other side. He picks the middle onto a pile of sand and lives to tell the tale.
That's horrifying.
It is. And Dad went a little quiet for a while.
Yeah, he would have had a moment after that.
Indeed. And I think you do. When you have moments like that, you start to go, well, look what I almost lost.
Yeah.
And what am I doing with the gift that I've been given?
I, in 2020, went in for an operation to remove some endometriosis from me. They thought it had grown into a small cyst. I hadn't had updated scans. When they went in, they found a tumour the size of a mango. When they cut it out, it was attached to all parts of my body, and I bled out on the operating table. And I lost like 2/3 of my blood in my body, or 1/3. It was a lot of blood, and I needed to have transfusions.
It wasn't the plan.
It wasn't the plan. And when I woke up, they said, listen, this is what's occurred. We were doing neat keyhole surgery, and then we had to slice you wide open to save your life. And you're going to be in hospital for a while, and you're going to need a lot of blood, and you're going to be in a lot of pain. And they said, and the doctor said, I'm sorry about the shape of the surgery, but it was
emergency.
It's emergency. And it was kind of like this curved, I laughed because it looked like a smile, like they'd carved a smile into my tummy, which healed over. It's gone now, which is the weirdest part of this thing because the whole thing is gone. And she goes, sorry about that. And I said, that's okay. My bikini modelling days are over. And we laughed and we laughed and we laughed. But I said to her, I don't care what you had to do to save my life. But I remember that feeling of gratitude of waking up going, oh my gosh, that was very close. And I'm thankful I had great surgeons who were very calm under pressure. But I think a lot of people have stories like this.
it's a health emergency, an accident emergency like Kel's dad. Maybe it was just something like you're in a plane with horrifically bad turbulence that you were screaming and you thought it was it, and it wasn't. I'd love to know if you would share your near miss story this morning, and did that make you reevaluate life and feel a bit more grateful? Jonathan, tell us about your near miss that made you kind of rethink life.
10 years ago in March, I was driving on a 100-kilometre highway and there was a semi-trailer truck next to me who changed lanes, but to where I was, my car rolled several times. I saw dark light as the ground was covering my windows and then the lights. And then my car was upside down when it stopped, and I started screaming. Some passers-by came, and then I was taken to hospital, but I was surprisingly and miraculously almost without a scratch. And I remember in the hospital that night thinking, oh my goodness, I could have had like extreme pain to my legs. Things went differently.
What did it teach you, Jonathan? I know I've been in a mild car accident, and the thing that stuck with me was the sound of the accident and the steel bending and the glass shattering. I can't imagine having a truck drive into your car and have the car roll over several times. Did it take you a while to kind of process what had happened to you and sort of your thoughts about your life?
Well, I took 2 weeks off work, and then also I thought the only reason I can walk, talk and speak and think is because I was saved from death. And sometimes I think of that going, well, my complaints in life are not as big as they,
Reassess after.
Yeah, like when you're
something
standing
like
in
that.
line at Macca's and the burger's taking more than 3 minutes. You
Yeah.
go, not going to get upset because nearly died once and didn't, and I'm going to enjoy every moment of this
You do.
life.
Yeah, I think you do count your blessings after a moment like that. Thank you for
Oh,
sharing, Jonathan,
wow.
that big life event that you went through.
Another near-miss story from Pip. It's quite a long one, so I'll summarise. She has a friend in Canada 15 years ago, working 2 stories up, touched live wires. Thousands of volts went through his body, went down 2 stories onto the blade of a grader, broke vertebrae, crawled to the vehicle in the snow, called 911 in America, passed out before giving the address, lay there for hours until they managed to find him. He survived, but he obviously was in a lot of agony. And then last week, he's in his 70s, last week he had a car accident where he's flipped and rolled numerous times. He's busted everything, and he's rung Pip and he has said he's positive and grateful and he's full of praise for his care team because he's keeping the Lord at the forefront, and said not to worry about him. But Pip is saying she'd really appreciate prayer for this friend's recovery. She goes, clearly he is able to survive a lot of things.
That is extraordinary.
Yeah, wow.
Just that first story alone. He's living life to the fullest.
He sure is.
We've got Kath in Donvale joining us. Good morning, Kath.
Good morning. How are we?
Very good. Near misses, you have a story?
Many years ago, my husband and I were driving over to Adelaide to visit my in-laws, his family, and very early in the morning I was driving and we were on a single-lane highway, and a B-double decided to pass another B-double on this single-lane highway and therefore needed to use my lane. And then I got back on the road and I was driving, and then I started processing because I was quite calm through all that.
Yeah.
And
All the
then I
adrenaline.
was processing and I was like, hang on, this is a single-lane highway. And then I started hyperventilating, and then I got really angry.
You're probably in shock, Kath.
You would have been.
Yeah, I did. And my husband's like, okay, pull over.
Yeah.
So, for context, Kath, are you saying that the truck pulled out and was headed towards you, or pulled out and almost ran you over from behind?
No, they were coming in the opposite direction. So there was 2 B doubles in the opposite direction.
And one pulled out
And the one
into your
behind-
lane?
Forward
Yes.
towards you.
That is
Yes.
terrifying.
to pass the other one. Well, it wasn't until it was.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Yesterday on the show, we spoke about how on the weekend you and I went and saw Melbourne's favourite son, the voice of a young John Farnham, Michael Painter.
Congratulations, everybody. It's Lucy's 100th mention of Michael Painter in the last 48 hours.
I know.
Congratulations, Lucy. Streamers fall from the ceiling. Confetti everywhere. Oh, balloons with Michael's face on it. No, he's an absolutely stellar individual.
He's a stellar individual. We spoke about him.
Can I
yesterday.
say,
Yes.
the one issue I have with Michael Painter,
Oh, gosh.
little too talented. One man with so much talent.
It's not fair.
I mean, spread the talent around.
Do you
Let us
know what
all
he
have
is?
a little bit of talent.
He's the male Delta Goodrum, right?
Okay.
Think about it. Delta, she's got the height, she's got the looks, she's got the voice, she's got the personality. She's everything. He's the male Delta Goodrum.
All right. He can use that.
On banners, the male Delta Goodrum, as heard by... Anyway, listen, the thing is, at the show the other day, at the end of the show, as we were leaving, there was his merchandise table. If you know anything about me, I love not only shopping, but I love tour tops is my thing.
Bit of merch?
I love merch. I love tour tops. Whenever I see something, if I love it, I have to have the tour top. I have so many collectible tour tops. It's not funny.
Do you know who else loves merch? The artist selling the merch.
Well, that's it. No, but I feel like you're supporting the artist.
By buying $100 T-shirts.
They weren't 100, by the way.
No, I'm just talking in
His were
general.
very reasonable.
I'm talking about like Taylor Swift T-shirts.
Oh, yeah, they're crazy. Yeah, they're crazy. And Kylie's are crazy. Anyway, I bought myself a Michael Painter shirt. And then I bought my mum one as a present because mum adores him.
Does she know that? Is this the first time she's finding out about this?
If she listens to the podcast today, she'll figure it out. Oh, well.
Surprise, Mum.
Yay. I told her I bought her a surprise, but I didn't tell her what because she loves Michael Painter too. And so I bought tops. A fun fact, someone told Michael we were talking about him on the radio and he listened to the potty and he heard me mention the tops and he just texted this morning and he said to me, I would have given you tops. And I was like, as if I'm going to message a friend and go, can I have a few of your free tour T-shirts?
Now. If he's offering free T-shirts, have you got the receipts?
Ask for a refund?
He's offering.
Turn at his house and go, have you got your little swipe card?
No, he deserves it. He deserves
Listen,
it.
you've got to support your friends in the arts. I've always said that. Anyway, I love a tour top. I've got that tour top. I haven't worn it yet. I will wear it this week. I love a good tour top. Whenever I see musicals, if I love the musical, first thing I do is buy the musical T-shirts. I've got all my favourite musicals T-shirts. I love standing in front of that. Like when you go see a big artist and there's the merch stall and there's heaps of merch. Oh, I love that. When I went and saw Les Mis in concert, my daughter and I bought matching Les Mis tops. When my daughter and I went and saw Cat's Eye the other day, we bought matching Cat's Eye tops. And they were special tops because it just had one date on the back. It was just for the festival hall show.
What's the quality like? Like how are they held up over the years?
Look, 9 times out of 10, they're great because they all, I won't say the brand name, but generally all Tour T tops
Same company?
are the same company,
that's
which
how
is
they
a
get you.
certain one, which is very thick and heavy duty.
Okay, that's good.
And so they
We're
wash
paying
well.
a lot of money for a memory, so you'd like to last.
Exactly. One of my favourite memories is you and I went to see the Whitlams, who was one of my childhood favourite bands. And we walked in and we walked past the merch stall and I glanced up and there was a tour tee and I didn't even say anything. And Kel knows me so well, he looks at me and he goes, go buy yourself the tour tee, babe. And I was like, really? And I did. And I went and bought myself the Whitlams tour tee.
Is it one of your favourite T-shirts?
I just love tour tees. I think, this is going to sound so silly, but fashion-wise, there's nothing better than just a nice pair of jeans, a cool tour tee and a blazer. You look cool. She's professional, but she's also into music. And she's a bit fun, but she's also a bit professional. That's why I like wearing a tour tee.
You no doubt have 15 T-shirts of this individual.
I wore one yesterday to work.
You probably financially helped Kylie through the decades just buying T-shirts.
I probably bought her a house in Camberwell with the amount of merch I've
all
bought.
the T-shirts that you bought from the concert.
Yeah, I know. Her ones are expensive. And then she does like hoodies and tea towels and handbags and keychains and sunglasses. And
Are you for real, tea towels? Are you for real or just throwing that in?
Michael Painter sold tea towels on the weekend.
There's tea towel merch?
Yeah, when I went to see Hamilton, I bought the Hamilton tea towel.
Everyone's got a tea towel game?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love a tour top. I think there's nothing cooler. I love it. Iconically, though, what I would love to find one day, like in a vintage shop or a Savers, is a vintage John Farnham tour top because
Can
I
you
think that
imagine?
would slay.
No one's giving those away.
I know that's the thing. If you've got one, you wouldn't have one. I'd like to ask, though. I can't be the only person who loves a good tour top because I sell them everywhere.
I have a sad story about my favourite T-shirt. I had a Van Halen tour T-shirt, a 5150 T-shirt, which I love.
5150.
It's got to do with the albums. Okay. The main idea of the story is I
Yes.
wore it so much that it started to fall apart, had a lot of holes in it. See, I was wearing the T-shirt merch, which I don't think you do.
No, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
But I was wearing it like wearing it
You're a
almost
boy
every day.
wearing it.
And then someone in my life found the T-shirt one day and said, well, this holy, smelly T-shirt, best throw that one away. And I lost the T-shirt.
Is that
And
your mum,
to this
Jennifer?
very day.
There's a hole in your heart.
There's a hole in my heart. Extreme. They can only be filled
That'd be
by
great
another
to
Van
adopt.
Halen T-shirt. I should go out to Big W, Kmart. I'm sure they've got Van Halen
They do,
T-shirts.
but I don't. They're not a true T-shirt. Those ones from Kmart because you didn't buy them at the Act, and the Act
She's-
probably doesn't get much money.
She's very elitist when it comes to a tour merch.
Look, I've asked, does anyone else like a merch to a tee? And lovely, lots of texts are pouring in. We've got some calls to get through as well. Dawn, you were surprised I'd mentioned Michael Painter 100 times, and she said, he's amazing, Kel. It should be more than 100 mentions.
I think Michael Painter is amazing. I just think, does he have to be so good looking and so talented? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, and muscly.
And muscle. Well, I wasn't going to mention that, but the fact that you mentioned that.
Listen,
No, he's a great guy, and he's been
He's a
a huge
lovely
support
guy.
of our show.
Yeah,
and
he
I only
is.
make fun because I wish I was half as talented.
Dawn says, Lucy, I do have the same obsession, but the shirt has to have the tour date.
Oh, is that what makes
I
it a tour
like
merch
that.
T-shirt?
I do like a dated shirt as well, Dawn. Not all of them do it, though, because sometimes they do a mass print run and they want to sell it for ages. I do like a print date on it. Yes.
With the concert that you've attended.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes.
Corinne says, where do you buy Lucy and Kel tour top these days?
Have we ever had a T-shirt?
No,
We've never had a Lucy and Kel T-shirt?
never.
Wow.
In 13 years, we've never had a
We
Lucy
should
and
just
Kel
buy some
t-shirt.
T-shirts and stick a photo of our face on it.
A tour top. What date would we put the date?
The show would have to go on tour first. We've never been on tour, have
No,
we?
but you could just have like from Mitcham every morning from 6 till
Just
9.
365 tour dates, all
Or
from Mitcham.
I'd buy that top.
Surely there's some sort of website I can go to and make that top a reality.
Nick said the first concert I went to was a Pantera concert. Now, that's a heavy metal band, I believe,
Yes,
in
that's
Festival Hall. I still have the T-shirt. He goes, it reminds me that I nearly died 4 times in the mosh pit.
There's a lot going on there that I can relate to as a younger man. Well done, Nick.
Dawn says, my favourite is a Zach Williams hoodie. I saw him in Seattle when we were visiting. The hoodie says, fear is a liar. It isn't just my favourite song of his, but it sends a great message to everyone who sees it.
Yeah, it's a bit inspirational
Zach
as well.
Williams, I had to Google him. He's an American Christian singer-songwriter.
Well, and again, the creativity used in some of these merch T-shirts, I mean, I'm sure the actual artist themselves goes through a lot of time trying to figure out the perfect merch T-shirt. Because it represents them.
Yeah, it does.
And all that they sing for.
Yeah. Jared says, morning, Lucy and Kel. One of my favourite pieces of tour merch that comes to mind is a T-shirt from Postmodern Jukebox. And I didn't even know what that is.
All right. Well, Lucy's Googling a lot of
I'm
new
Googling
artists.
it. It's like a group that does, I know what Postmodern Jukebox music is, but I didn't know it was actually a group. And you could buy a
Okay.
T-shirt from the group. But that is very cool. I'd love to see a photo of that, actually, if you could ever send that through. I bet that's very cool,
We're going
Jared.
on a musical
and Marlene,
journey.
just quickly, Marlene, not Mary Lane, we're getting to Mary Lane, but Marlene in Taylor's Hill says, I only buy Kylie Minogue tour tops and I have 8. She says, but I'd 100% wear a Lucy and Kel hoodie.
100% wear a Kylie T-shirt.
Yes.
And a Lucy and Kel hoodie. I wouldn't mind a hoodie. I like a bit of hoodie work. Merch hoodie work. Next level. Mary Lane in Lara joins us. Good morning, Mary Lane.
Hello and good morning.
Hello and
Morning.
good morning to you. What a wonderful way to start the conversation, Mary Lane. We're talking merch. Do you have something that you hold close to your heart?
Most definitely. So a few years ago when King Country came around, as a family of 6, we saved hard and ended up going to the concert, and the kids just adored the concert.
Yeah.
And then upon leaving, we were eyeing out the merchandise for so long. We went in, we went out.
Aw.
I'm like, how do I justify this? And I was like, you know what? This is a memory, a core memory, and the kids got to pick whatever they wanted. And I got my first merchandise, which was the hoodie for King and Country, and I am obsessed. I love wearing it, and I can't wait for winter to start to wear it.
Oh, Mary Lane, I love that you've
That's
got some
lovely.
merch, and it is a great memory. The boys from For King and Country, the brothers, always a great show, but you'd want something to remember them by. And I also love the fact that you've gone across that sort of, it's a very hard decision sometimes. Do you wear the merch or do you just put it away? And I love that you're wearing
Got to
it.
wear the merch. Got to wear the merch. Also,
Well
can I just say,
100%.
I've got to say, for smaller artists, merch is literally their livelihood because you make no money from streaming these days at all. You make no money from sales. You have to tour and then you've got to sell merch. That is where a lot of small, especially independent artists, literally make the money to pay their bills. So I never mind buying shirts from small artists because I'm like, this is literally their bread and butter. It's a lovely way to support them if you can. I know times are tough, but if you can squirrel away $50 for a shirt, it's a nice way to support someone.
The Lucy and Kel Podcast.
And dare I say, at the end of another successful podcast with a very successful Lucy.
As someone steals my snacks and eats them and now has a full mouth.
I was going to say a very successful Lucy and a very snacky Casey.
I'm so sorry.
You know
I didn't
what?
realise how he record.
Can I just say, I used to be the worst person in this team of eating whilst going on air. I have never met anyone as bad as Casey. We literally go on air, hit on air, start talking, and then she puts the food in her mouth and goes, oh gosh. I was bad. So to find someone worse is even better.
What are you enjoying, Casey?
I brought it in. You can tell them.
Lucy brought in Zeus Street Greek pita chips with cinnamon, and it has clean ingredients.
Yes,
the most part.
that's very important,
And
Casey.
it's absolutely delicious.
And it's like little pita chips covered in cinnamon. It's like a dessert.
I'm so sorry. I might eat the whole bag.
That's all
Take
right.
it away.
I'm going to go buy us more. I'll
Yeah,
buy you
right.
as many as you want. They're in one of those kind of like not quite right, kind of cheapy, bargain depot-y kind of like dollar stores.
Are you
Cartons
hap-
of them. So I'll buy cartons.
Are you happy you're eating it now, Casey?
I'm sorry.
That
Oh,
you know
stop.
this?
I was just about to put another one in
No,
my
they're
mouth.
fine. They're just obviously an overstock.
I never hear about the stuff that she gets from NQR until I'm halfway through a bag. And then she goes, guess what?
It's expired.
It's 3 weeks past the use-by date and I got it for $3. And I'm
That's a
like, well,
lie.
why am I eating it then?
That's a lie.
Well, you enjoy that. I didn't care for them.
You didn't like them.
What?
I know.
What didn't you like about them? What is it missing? If you're going to be so judgmental about them.
It's probably missing a ton of sugar and salt.
It's got sugar.
There's so much sugar in there.
Is there sugar in there?
There's
Yeah.
lots of brown sugar.
I'm allowed to not care for things. Don't have to like everything.
Fine, more for
That's what
Casey.
Riley says to me. And I say, no, you must like
You
it.
must like everything.
Oh, well,
And
more
on-
for Casey and I.
And on that bombshell, it's time to wrap up the potty. Have a great rest of whatever time of the day it is for you. And until we meet again, everybody.
Hey, high five, Casey, except do it with your foot. Come on.
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit
Yeah.
of the show.
And bit.